Welcome back, everybody, to WWE Figure Universe Episode 3. And tonight is going to be a night to remember. This is the go-home show to our first ever PLE, Armageddon. And I did do this episode a little bit differently. Let me know how you guys think about it. Starting off Monday Night Raw with Braun Breaker taking on Goldust, as we seen last week. If you didn't, go check it out. As we seen at the end of last week's episode, Braun Breaker was beating up Goldust in the backstage area when Cody Rhodes came to the rescue, and they had a big brawl. This match does end in disqualification as Cody Rhodes does get involved because he just lets the emotions get to him. And we are hyped up and ready to see what happens next week when Braun Breaker takes on Cody Rhodes for the United States Championship, as the two men then stare at each other as Braun Breaker runs away and Cody Rhodes stands in the ring with his brother in arms with the United States Championship. We cut to backstage. Our GM, John Laurinaitis, walking backstage, and we ask him what is his plans for Armageddon. He says just continue to watch, and you will find out every match that will be officially announced tonight for Armageddon. As he continues to walk in the hallway, I'm sure this isn't the last we've seen of him tonight, as our next match begins. It is Sami Zayn, our North American Champion, versus Adam Cole. This is a one-on-one match, non-title. Sami Zayn last week did face Kyle O'Reilly, but it did end when Sami Zayn defeated Kyle O'Reilly with a roll-up after Adam Cole and Bobby Fish rushed the ring. And in this matchup, it does also end with Sami Zayn pinning Adam Cole as the Undisputed Era try to rush the ring again. But John Laurinaitis does come out and say, we're going to do this one last time at Armageddon for the North American Championship with the Undisputed Era barred from ringside. It'll be Sami Zayn versus Adam Cole for the North American Championship next week on Armageddon, our first PLE, with the Undisputed Era barred from ringside. We cut to backstage with Corey Graves giving a backstage interview to Logan Paul, who basically here says that CM Punk is not the best in the world. CM Punk is a has-been. CM Punk is an old motherfucker. Old CM Punk does not deserve to be in the ring with Logan Paul. And at Armageddon, Logan Paul is going to end it. He's going to make sure CM Punk retires and stays retired because he's going to injure him so badly he won't even be able to look at his wife AJ the same, because his eyes will be so messed up after what Logan Paul's going to do to him at Armageddon. And Corey Graves asks him what kind of match it will be at Armageddon. Logan Paul breaks the news that it will be a no disqualification match against CM Punk at Armageddon. And he also says CM Punk is not here tonight because Logan Paul somehow hacked into his phone and canceled his flight. What a guy. What a fucking guy. And that's about it. Logan Paul versus CM Punk next week for Armageddon. And our next match is Randy Orton versus Jey Uso, a rematch from last week, as Randy Orton did defeat Jey Uso last week in their one-on-one encounter, due to Jey Uso getting distracted by some sort of flickering lights up the entrance ramp. We're not exactly sure, but tonight Jey Uso is able to get the upper hand, and super kick along with a spear to Randy Orton secures Jey Uso his win. But the lights flicker again, purple lights shoot around the ring, and Jey Uso is just really confused as to what's happening, and he feels like someone is after him. And it says on the Titantron, as we cut to the next thing, that we will see you at Armageddon. So we will get our answers about who is after Jey Uso at Armageddon. We have a few guesses, of course. Jey Uso does not. He's very clueless, but he might have an idea. Who knows? We'll find out at Armageddon, though, what is going to happen here with Jey Uso and who's coming after him, you know what I'm saying? And as for Randy Orton, well, we'll see what happens with him as well. We cut to our GM once again in our backstage area, where he is talking on the phone. I wasn't able to get him talking on the phone, but he just got off his phone call with what it sounded like Paul Heyman last week. We heard them talking backstage before we were interrupted, that Paul Heyman said he's on the way. We don't know who he is. And John Laurinaitis said we will see him next week. We will find out who he is at Armageddon. Again, we could have some ideas, but we could be completely wrong. John Laurinaitis says Armageddon's going to be full of surprises. And he says if you think we're off to a good start, just wait to see what happens at our first ever premium live event. Armageddon. Always plugging Armageddon, Mr. Laurinaitis. People power, you know what I'm saying. And as we then cut to our next match, Seth Rollins has been unsure of his future as of late. the past couple weeks, he is not knowing what he was supposed to be doing. He doesn't know what's next. Drew McIntyre basically called him a little bitch last week, and John Laurinaitis made this match. Seth Rollins does defeat Drew McIntyre in a 15-minute classic. Very near falls, very close pinfalls from Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. But Seth Rollins does pull out the win in the end. But once again, Seth Rollins, after the match, is just looking around, not sure what he should do. He's not 100% sure, and he's just shaking his head, and he's just not there. You know what I mean? You can tell when someone's not there, and we can tell that Seth Rollins is just in distraught still. He's winning matches week after week, but what's the meaning of it? What's the point if he doesn't know what's next? And hopefully we'll see what happens with him, and hopefully he's going to be all right. And yeah, we will see what happens with him at Armageddon, if he'll even be at Armageddon, because what's his role there? You know what I mean? We then cut to a promo segment with John Cena and Gunther, our undisputed champion John Cena and Gunther, having their last face-to-face in the ring before their main event match at Armageddon for the Undisputed Championship. And it's basically Gunther just laughing at John Cena. For some reason, the past couple weeks, Gunther has yet to try to attack John Cena, and John Cena's not going to attack him because John Cena's all about respect. You know what I'm saying? But Gunther just basically says John Cena is everything he's against. John Cena is everything but a disgrace to Gunther, and at Armageddon, he's going to become the real world champion. He's going to show John Cena what a champion really looks like. And they stare at each other, and we will see these two finally touch each other. That sounded disgusting. They'll finally wrestle each other at Armageddon for the World Championship. We'll see him retain for his first defense, or will Gunther become the new champ? We'll find out. Our next matchup is a title match. It is Big Bronson Reed, our Intercontinental Champion, taking on Big E in what seemed like it was going to be a huge match until Bronson Reed attacks Big E before the bell could ring. And Bronson Reed delivers 2 tsunamis to Mr. Big E. And as he throws Big E out to the announcer table to try to do another tsunami through the commentator's table, Big E is able to move out of the way, and Bronson Reed explodes into the announcer table. Both men are down on the ground, and they're both slowly getting up off the ground, and they continue to punch each other and beat each other up. And John Laurinaitis comes out and says, "This is enough. We will have this match again officially at Armageddon." It will be a rematch between Bronson Reed and Big E, even though this match never really started. But they will finally have their big blow-off match at Armageddon for the IC title. Big E versus Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental Championship at our first PLE Armageddon. Again, guys, if you like this format more, let me know down below. I'm just trying some things out, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. We then cut to another promo video package thing of the Judgment Day, minus Dominic Mysterio because he was at home eating chicken tendies tonight, of the Judgment Day, Edge, Brody King, and Damian Priest, saying that they will see us at Armageddon. They will be at Armageddon in person, not on the TV screen, for the first time in 3 weeks. We will see what their true intentions are. They will make themselves known, and we will see who they are after. Could it be Jey Uso, or could it be someone completely different? Who knows? We will find out later. We then cut to our main event segment, the Kevin Owens Show contract signing between our World Heavyweight Champion Kevin Owens and Mr. Shawn Michaels. Kevin Owens basically tells Shawn Michaels he's a washed-up legend who should have never came out of retirement. Kevin Owens says if he was around the Attitude Era, Shawn Michaels would have never been as big as he was because Kevin Owens would have shut that shit down immediately. Shawn Michaels says the only reason he's back is because Kevin Owens is the champion and Shawn Michaels just can't get along with that, you know what I mean? He says if Kevin Owens can be champion, then he can come out of retirement 10 years later and become champ. Of course, you can't end a contract signing without shenanigans happening. We all know how it goes. And it ends with the 2 men brawling it out. But as soon as Kevin Owens goes for a pop-up powerbomb, Shawn Michaels leaps over him, hits him with a super kick, sweet chin music on the table. Shawn goes to the top rope, elbow drop off the top rope into Kevin Owens through the contract signing table. And Shawn Michaels then picks up the world title, holding it above his head as Kevin Owens is in agony through the table. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, different format, just trying things out. Make sure you follow me on all my socials, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Thank you all for the support. WWE Figure Universe is on a roll. And I hope you tune in to Armageddon. It's going to be a good one. I might do a mix of this format and the last format and see what sticks. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next Figure Universe video. Peace.